Okay, we'll do the dramatic demasking.
Oh, I'm going to keep mine on.
You're going to keep yours on?
Yeah, I've already got the tape and everything so my glasses don't fog up. So.
Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, sorry. We're just talking amongst ourselves. We wanted to give you a little bit of that live feel. This is the carefully edited, carefully selected, carefully curated Hump Day hymns. Welcome, everyone. My name is Mike McCormick. I'm the musical director here at Trinity St. Andrews, here on this St. Patrick's Day. And who better to have as a guest than Ireland's favorite son, Scott Auchinleck, from Glencairn United Church in the wilds of Ireland, Kanata, the Kanata region of Ireland, just outside of Bandiro, and which Bandiro is Gaelic for Centrum Plaza, and these are, the jokes don't get any better, but we're used to here having big pub gigs on St. Patrick's Day. Every musician suddenly becomes Irish, and green beers are flowing, and there's the jokes can get funny as long as they're crude enough, and that's what we're hoping for here. So yeah, I quizzed Scott beforehand to find out, and you've never done the bar band thing.
I have not.
So you never had the blessing or curse of getting the St. Patrick's Day gig.
No, I can't say that I have.
So with my band, there were days until we shut that down, but in the early days we needed the money. So there would be programmers who would think at student bars that, oh well, the Arrogant Worms, they're comedy. It'll be great on St. Patrick's Day. And there's nothing really more fun than trying to tell what you think are clever jokes to an audience of drunk students. Who are fueled by $4 green pitchers. So very quickly we decided this is not worth the cash. So yes, but here in the when I moved to Renfrew, I found out the huge tradition just outside of here. I don't know if you've ever driven through Douglas. Douglas is the heart of Ireland and Canada, and so there's a little pub there that the Douglas Tavern that I think is typically only open one day a year, and there are lineups. There were lineups to get in at about 10 a.m. and but not this year. I don't know if do you know, James? Are they open at all? I know that the owners have sold it, but I'm not sure if they were trying to open today. Anyways. Hey, we're here for Hump Day hymns, apparently, and occasionally we do some music. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do sort of Irish tunes. And we're going to start out with a tune, because there are some Irish tunes that have been put into our hymnaries. And so the first one is Star of the County Down, which you may recognize, but this one's in our More Voices hymn book. If you're planning on singing along at home, it's More Voices 120. And one of the things about More Voices is that one of the ideas of this hymn book was that it would be tunes that were also useful for smaller congregations. Maybe they can't find an organist, maybe they can't find someone even as poor as me to play the organ. So a lot of these tunes are more simple. A lot of the arrangements are in very guitar-friendly keys, this one especially. So what we're going to do here is, Scott's going to play the first verse, and then the second verse I'm going to play on guitar, just to sort of show the difference. And then we'll power home with the whole band. There. And did you notice how cleverly by introing it, I also reminded us how we planned on doing it?
Yes, that was slick.
Yeah, was that slick?
I'm sure nobody spotted that.
No one at all. No, especially now that I pointed it out. Cries out with a joyful shout that the God of my heart is great, and my spirit sings of the wondrous things that you bring to the ones who wait. You fixed your sight on your servant's plight, and my weakness you did spurn. So for from east to west shall my name be blessed. Could the world be about to turn, my heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Though I am small, my God, my all, you work great things in me, and your mercy will last from the depths of the past to the end of the age to be. Your very name put the proud to shame, and the rose who lure you yearn. You will show your might, the strong to flight, for the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the day draws near, and the world is about to turn. Through the nations range from age to age, we remember who holds us fast. God's mercy must deliver us from the conqueror's crushing grasp. The saving word that our forebears heard is the promise which holds us bound, till the spear and rod could be crushed by God, who is turning the world around. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the day draws near, and the world is about to turn. Now, I'm not sure if I'm the only one, especially during the era of the previous U.S. president and pandemic times, but, you know, the last line also could be, the world is about to burn. And I managed to get through it without singing it. I
don't think that was the original intent.
Yeah, that was in the more Wrath of God hymn era.
More fire and brimstone.
More fire and brimstone.
And more voices as usual.
Yes. that's maybe that's what the people want. Okay, so we're going to change gears, right?
Yes.
So one of the things, as I was saying before, you know, lots of bands in Canada over the years have become Irish for March 17th. Especially like Newfoundland acts and BC acts, one of my favorite bands of all time, Spirit of the West, who had a Celtic flavor, but they were BC guys. Maybe there was Irish, well, the flute player was born in Scotland, and if you get to BC, Scotland and Ireland, pretty much the same country. Won't offend anyone by saying that, right? So the other band that used to get tons of gigs on St. Patrick's Day and became, you know, one of Canada's favorite bands was Great Big Sea, and you know, they're Newfoundlanders. There's certainly an Irish element to Newfoundland culture, but hey, a gig's a gig. So we're gonna do one of their big hits, which they wrote themselves, and it's one of my favorite Great Big Sea tunes, and it really it lends itself to the guitar-piano duet. Scott really wanted to play that on the organ, but we shut him down. I got a smile on my face, I got four walls around me. Sun in the sky, all the water surrounds me. Oh, you know, I've been down, sometimes I'll lose. I've been battered, but I'll never bruise. It's not so bad. And I say, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just gotta say it's all right. Sings on a corner, what keeps her from dying? Let them say what they want, she won't stop trying. Oh, you know, she might stumble, they push her around. She might fall, but she'll never lie down. It's not so bad. And I say, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all Just gotta say it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. 'Cause in this beautiful life, there's always some sorrow. And it's a double-edged knife, there's always tomorrow. You know, it's up to you now, you sink or swim. Keep the faith and your ship will come in, it's not so bad. And I say, hey, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, just gotta say, I say, hey, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, just gotta say it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. I got a smile on my face, I got four walls around me. Just how we practiced it.
I think it was a little better than we practiced.
That's we're ramping it up. So you can't do a nod to Irish music, to pub culture, to all these things without doing the Pogues. Now, at least that's what I think. When I mentioned it to Scott, the only Pogue song he knows is the Christmas one. So we're not going to do that, because there's also a couple words in there that we don't want to say in here.
Oh, that's true, yes.
I'm going to try and, but the problem for me singing this is that I start wanting to sound like Shane MacGowan. And not even Shane MacGowan sounds like Shane MacGowan anymore, because a lifetime of smoking and drinking that heavily does take a toll, even on certain constitutions. So this is Dirty Old Town. I met my love by the gasworks wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. Kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon. Cats are prowling on their beat. Springs a girl from the streets at night. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I heard the siren from the docks. Saw a train set the night on fire. I smelled the spring on the smoky wind. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm gonna make big sharp axe, shining steel, tempered in the fire. I'll chop you down like an old dead tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I met my love by the gasworks wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. Kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Oh, see, I think you got a bar band in you. I think you're ready.
Nah, I think it's too late.
It's never too late. Never too late. Our generation just keeps getting older.
I've noticed that.
and so, you know, we're playing to our people, Scott. All right, we're going to go with the more traditional Irish tunes now. Do you want to say anything about, you know, I don't have to talk all the time.
No, you're doing a fine job.
Yeah, but you got a microphone, and I want you to use it. We went to all the trouble.
of cleaning it off and
Yeah.
disinfecting it.
Disinfect. Oh, yeah. We dunk the entire sound system in hydrocloxychloride. I don't know. Is it a liquid? I don't even know what it is. Sorry. This is standard barroom banter. This is good. No? Okay, it's cockles and mussels. And like all good Irish folk songs, it involves, well, this one doesn't involve drinking. It involves seafood and death. In Dublin's fair city, where girls are so pretty, I first cut my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, but sure was 'twas wonder, so were her father and mother below. They wheeled their barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. And we have Scott to thank for the high-priced decorations. I forgot to go down to the thrift shop and get us some plastic bowler hats.
Those are actually, that's Lisa, one of our singers.
Yes?
That lives in the fishbowl. I guess I should explain the fishbowl.
You should explain the fishbowl.
Behind
Because it's not common knowledge
No,
that there are
true, yeah.
fish bowls in church.
Behind our sanctuary, we have great big glass doors that block off the lounge, and so we decided that that's where the singers would be during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So Lisa and Katie, my wife, and I are all in the lounge, which we have affectionately named the fishbowl, because everybody sort of peers in on us.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lisa's very into, we have to put up decorations for whatever, like she put up hearts for Valentine's Day and shamrocks for, I don't know what's coming for the rest of the year, but anyway, so she said, yes, by all means, take them out to Renfrew.
Well, thank you, Lisa. And I do believe you neglected to mention one other member of your fishbowl team.
Ah, young Zintar. Yes. Katie and I decided that since we were going to be home for, a year and a half, we should get a puppy. So,
Oh, you knew that it was going to be.
So we got a puppy. He came home when he was I guess he was 8 weeks when we brought him home. And
It's Black Lab. He's quite adorable.
oh, he's lovely. But 2 days later, he went to his first church service, and he stays in the fishbowl with us. And most of the time, he doesn't bark. The only time he barked was when we sang the Christmas piece. You know, Jesus, our brother, kind and good, and it's all about the animals in the stable. And there is no mention of a dog. So the prevailing theory is that he felt excluded.
Didn't he also have a reaction to a helicopter?
Yeah, that was that same.
Oh, was it the same?
That was the, yes.
Okay, so there are two possible
It
explanations.
was caused by the helicopter, but
Yeah.
we're sticking with the...
No, let's go with the animal
yeah,
theme.
we're going with the animal
That's
story.
better. My dog actually reacted this morning. Before I took my son into school, I had on the old movie channel, and they were showing Lassie Come Home. And it was the last scene, and Lassie was whining by the fire. And that's the first time my dog has noticed that there was sound coming from a television. Anyway.
But we digress.
We digress. Oh, well, we're Irish. We got the gift of the gab. And we're full of blarney, that's for sure. Okay, I'm doing my best to offend all cultures.
Indeed.
But equally, that's what we do here. Okay, you can't do a St. Patrick's Day music without doing the Wild Rover. That's one of the bylaws, and so we're going to do it. You can add your own reactions. I remember in Kingston, where I went to university, there was, and I'm sure in every university town, there's the guy that sings the Irish tunes in the bar. In Kingston, his name was Jerry O'Kane, and he used to play at the Toucan. And yeah, this was one of the set of like 7 songs that I don't think he even needed to know more than 7. Because again, when the green beer gets out, no one remembers the first set. Was there one at Bishop's? Is there like a faux Irish pub?
No, Bishop's was a very Anglican sort of institution, so no.
So
we didn't really
was there a
have
place that you went for fights or something? Sorry. This is the top level banter you get.
But we digress again.
Okay, all right, let's play a song.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's play this one. I've been a wild rover for many a year, and I spend all my money on whiskey and beer. And now I'm a turnin' with gold in great store, and I'll never play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, may never, no more. And I'll play the wild rover, no, never, no more. I went to an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the Lord Lady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I will have to day. And it's no way, never, no way, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. I took from my pocket 10 sovereigns, and the landlady's eyes, they wide with delight. You know what? We're going to start that verse from the start again, and I'm going to try and say closer to the actual words, because this is telling a story. I took from my pocket some sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskey and wines of the best, and the words that I spoke, they were only in jest. And they know may never, no, may never, no more. And I'll play the wild rover, no, never, no more. I'll go home to my parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon the prodigal son. And if they caress me as oftentimes before, sure I never will play the wild rover no more. And it is no may never, no may never no more. And I'll play the wild rover, no never no more. And it's no may never, no nay never no more. When I play the wild rover, no never no more. We're in a church every now and then. We got to end with a cadence. Okay. I already told the story, but not on camera, so it's like it never happened. If anyone's seen the Last Waltz movie, you get the famous Irish singer Van Morrison singing this song. And in proud St. Patrick's Day fashion, I don't know this to be a fact, so I may be speculating. I'm just going from my observation. Van Morrison is blitzed out of his tree. But he is the true Irish rock star. It doesn't affect his voice at all. It may affect his sense of balance, but so yes, that's who I'll be trying to channel here.
Which song do you have in mind?
I think we're doing Tura Lura Lura.
Okay, all right, that's good. I wasn't sure whether that story was tied to the other one.
We're actually doing Up on Cripple Creek by the band. Because the band was from the Irish part of Albany, New York. They probably got St. Patrick's Day gigs. Over in Killarney, many years ago, Mother sang a song to me in tones so sweet and low. Just a simple little ditty in her good old Irish way. And I'll give the world if she could sing that song to me that day. Tura lura lura, tura lura lie, tura lura lura. Hush, now don't you cry. Tura lura lura, tura lura lie, tura lura lura. That's an Irish lullaby. Oft in dreams I wander to that cot again. I feel her arms a-hugging me as when she held me then. I hear her voice a-humming to me as days of yore, when she used to rock me fast asleep outside the cabin door. Tura lura lura, tura lura lie, tura lura lura. Hush, now don't you cry. Tura lura lura, tura lura lie, tura lura lura. That's an Irish lullaby. The chorus gets a little high.
It's from the Reader's Digest, so it's always a little high.
I know. All right, we're getting to the close of our detailed exploration of Irish music.
Expose even.
Our expose, yes. This is a hard-hitting global news investigation. But first, while I try to, moisten my throat, Scott, you also have something new in your church, do you not?
We do. We have a brand new organ. Well, brand new to us.
New to you.
Yes, and we got it in last week.
And how? Now, I assume this is a widespread. Like, organs are not the size of doors.
Evidently not.
So how did you get the organ from point A to point B?
The property guy and I took a reciprocating saw to one of the door frames, and we have swinging doors, but there's a post in the middle. Well, now that post is removable. Should one want to bring in, say, a large organ or something else.
Or anything else now.
Anything else.
And was it easy to get, were you a part of getting it out of its previous home?
It was a bit dicey.
Yeah.
The problem is, once you take the pedal board off, it's very top heavy.
Yeah.
So you put it on a dolly, but it always wants to fall over.
Great.
I have some good pictures of.
So did you brace it, or was it just like 5 guys?
No, well they had 3 guys.
Okay.
And one guy at each end, and one guy in the middle, basically stopping it from falling over.
That's your job.
It was nerve-wracking.
I bet.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, it made it out, and of course, it was a cobblestone, walkway around to the front to get it in the truck.
Of course.
So it was a bit dicey.
Now, have you been part of any major organ installations? That must be a huge job, even installing this.
When I was my last year at Bishop's, they took out the organ that was there and put in a manual action, a tracker organ. It was fascinating to watch. I mean, it's so insanely labor intensive.
Yeah. And there can't be a lot of people on the planet that know how to do it.
No, there's a bunch in Quebec.
Are they?
Yeah, Quebec is
because of Cassavant?
Cassavant is the big one.
Right.
But there are a few others in Quebec as well. I mean, there are others around the world, but that seems to be the place in Canada they all come from. I'm not sure what that's about, but
it's close by us. So, but yours isn't a pipe organ; it's still an electronic.
No, this is an electronic organ.
Okay.
So it's self-contained, but still quite large.
Yeah. All right, so I think we've got 3 more?
3 more.
3 more.
By my count.
So this is a tune that it's like an Irish folk tune, but then it was kind of rediscovered by Leadbelly, and then Leadbelly was kind of, a lot of his material was mined by, what was the name of the group? Pete Seeger's group. It was the bunch of people. Oh man, you guys are no help whatsoever. You're looking blanker than my mind is going.
I got nothing.
Pete Seeger, what do you got? Anyways, it will come to me at about 7:30 p.m. this evening. I'll put it on Twitter.
Super.
But yes, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Saturday night I got married. Me and my wife settled down. Now me and my wife are parted. I'm gonna take a little stroll downtown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in the town. Sometimes I have a great notion to jump in the river and drown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. I want to stop my rambling at night. Oh, I messed that up. All to your wife and your family. Sit down by the fireside bright. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. We're gonna do the last verse. Stop rambling, stop your gambling, stop staying out late at night. Go home to your wife and your family. Sit down by the fireside bright. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Pete Seeger's band was the Weavers. James put it on a little piece of tape for me.
Oh.
Thank you, James.
You know what? That's actually written on the sheet music. The Weavers.
Oh, yeah, it's right there.
It's right there on the sheet music.
Oh.
Good thing James is here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's good. Good thing he was willing to research that while we avoided looking at it on the page. Okay, so we're going to bring this full circle. So we're going to go back to the hymn books, and once again, two very well-known Irish melodies that have been nicked and used for hymn tunes. Scott, while I put my guitar down, you say something about the first one.
The first one, we shall go out with hope of resurrection, but it's to the tune of Danny Boy. There really only are the two in the hymn book, I think, that are of Irish.
That's all we could find.
Descent.
We were expecting more, but hey, I think our journey has proved fruitful. All right, we shall go out. And again, it's got a good. Both these tunes have good sort of farewell, going out themes. We shall go out with hope of resurrection. We shall go out from strength to strength, go on. We shall go out and tell our stories boldly, tales of a love that will not let us go. We'll sing our songs of wrongs that can be righted. We'll dream our dreams of hurts that can be healed. We'll weave a cloth of all the world united within the vision of new life in Christ. We'll give a voice to those who have not spoken. We'll find the words for those whose lips are sealed. We'll make the tunes for those who sing no longer. expressive love, alive in every heart. We'll share our joy with those who are still weeping, raise hymns of strength for hearts that break in grief. We'll leap and dance the resurrection story, including all in circles of our love. So this is the upside and downside of having a daughter who's taking like voice. So she was talking about, how strict her singing teacher is when you do these jumps. There can be no scoops, and you're expected to hit that high note dead on. So no, I think I did the rock and roll. Yeah, so we'll call it, I stylized it. I think the second time I got it. The first time was a definite scoop. So thanks everyone for tolerating, for those who stuck with us from beginning to end. Thanks once again to Reverend James on sound and visual and American folk music research into band names. It comes in very handy on trivia nights. We're going to close with the one Irish tune that we all knew that's in the hymn book, Be Thou My Vision, but Scott's found quite a unique arrangement. How'd you stumble upon this one?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I don't know. It just
It
appeared.
just kind of appeared.
Just appeared.
It was a gift.
Like manna from heaven.
Like manna from heaven. Be thou my vision, O joy of my heart, not be all else to me save that thou art. Thou my best thought by day or by night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my light. Be thou my battle shield, sword for the fight. Be thou my dignity, thou my delight. Thou my soul's shelter, thou my high tower. Raise thou me heavenward, O power of my power. Riches I heed not, nor vain empty praise. Thou mine inheritance, now and always. Thou and thou only, the first in my heart. Great God in heaven, my treasure thou art. Great God of heaven, after victory won, may I reach heaven's joys, O bright heaven's sun. Heart of mine own heart, whatever